That is, I mean, it's not crazy, but it's, I mean, it's crazy when you're like, yo, look at this. Tory Lanez sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. 10 years. Wow. Wow. Musician Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison on Tuesday for the shooting of fellow artist Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. So listen, it means that this guy will see the light of the day around 2030. Yo! Daystar Peterson was found guilty in December of 3 times felonies related to the shooting, which left his fellow artist with an injured foot. Prosecutor had called for the 30-year-old Canadian rapper to be sentenced. He's gonna come out. He's gonna be like, if he acts well, etc. Let's say he does 7 years. It's gonna come out 37. Lane's defense team had called for probation and a residential drug treatment program that would help the artist deal with alcoholism, which they say he developed to cope with childhood trauma. Lanez has been held in county jail since his conviction in December. On Monday, Megan Thee Stallion had testified in court that the shooting had left her devastated. Of course, since I was viciously shot by the defendant, I have no experienced a single day of peace, she said in a written statement that was read in court. Wow. Slowly but surely, I'm healing and coming back, but I will never be the same. I mean, you get shot, I understand too. Wow. Jose Baez, Lane's attorney, told reporters after court on Monday the rappers maintained his innocence and said his incarceration will be detrimental to the non-profit groups and individuals he supports financially. Baez called for Lanez to be sentenced to a year-long residential treatment program to deal with alcohol addiction issues. Lanez's father, Sunstar Peterson, had given an emotional statement. The death of Lanez's mother when the rapper was 11. I don't think anybody ever gets over that, but his music became his outlet. News of the sentence sent shockwaves across Twitter, with the phrase 10-year trending within minutes of the verdict being announced. It concludes a multi-year divisive saga that largely played out on social media, in Lanez's music, and in hip-hop blogs. There remains a contingent of online commenters who say Lanez was railroaded by the justice system and are using the hashtag #FreeToryLanez to express their support for him. Lanez spoke in court for the first time on Tuesday. He said he still cares for Megan Thee Stallion and that the two bonded over the death of their mothers and used alcohol to numb the pain together, said Megan Cuniff, a reporter who was in the courtroom. I said some immature stuff, things that I shouldn't have said. I revealed some secrets I shouldn't have revealed, Lanez said in its statement on court. Outside of the courtroom on Tuesday, Lanez's attorney said he was extremely disappointed in the sentence, and I have seen vehicular homicide and other cases where the death of the defendant still gets less than 10 years. That's a lot. George Gascon, the district attorney, commended Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, for seeing the trial through to the end, despite instant scrutiny and vitriol. Over the past 3 years, Meter Peterson has engaged in a pattern of conduct that was intended to intimidate Miss Pete and silence her truth from being heard. Women, especially black women, are afraid to report crimes like assault, because they are too often not believed. The shooting occurred in July 2020 as the artist, a friend of Anne Lane's bodyguard, left a party at Kylie Jenner's Hollywood home. That's a lot of years to pay for a very, very, very bad, and I would even say a stupid mistake. And listen, I don't want to minimize the trauma that she experienced, because in the belly or in the shoulder or in the foot, I think she didn't receive a belly directly in the foot, but she got hurt by a ricochet apparently. And listen, this is still trauma. And listen, he was there with a gun, like acting stupid, being drunk and on drugs like a lot of these people. And 10 years. Listen, I don't know how much is too much and how much is not enough. But I don't know. Listen, I feel like 10 years is a lot of years. That's me. I believe that a year or two was free, but 10. Listen, and I believe this is gonna be something that will follow both of them. This reckless life, this is gonna follow both of them, because a lot of people are gonna continue supporting her, and a lot of people are gonna resent her for doing this to him. And at the same time, listen, listen, you didn't have to have a gun in your hand and do all that shit. So I believe that, his career is over. You can always rebound, you can always release stuff while you can, but this is how life is. At a point, people move on. So it's incredibly sad for both of them. And listen, I'm as a person that has been the victim of getting shot on her, from her point of view, I don't know if it's the outcome that she wanted. I don't know how she feels about it. Does she feel that justice has been served, or is she sad that it had to end up like that? I don't know. But it must be special for her and for him. 10 years? Yo, listen. Them on time was not a good idea. Yeah, that's crazy. 10 years.